ask people over or something like that while we're doing this, and you don't have to hear it.
Hey, we are live.
Oh, we're live now?
We are live.
Oh, okay.
And cue Jason's fucking computer dying here in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, man, I tell you what, I don't know what it was, but it did not like Discord. It didn't like it so much, it removed the icon from my desktop. So I had to go looking through the files just to get it back to working again. So we'll see. Hopefully all is good.
You're dying here.
Hey, I can hear somebody in the background.
Yep,
I had the fucking volume up.
Jesus Christ.
Good
Fucking
Christ, you fucking
noob.
idiot. Hey, at least you can hear your fucking shit this week, motherfucker. How about last week?
I sounded rough.
Yeah,
Man, that was the best this podcast has ever sounded. Less fossil.
Oh, Jesus.
Amen, brother.
Shit.
How's everybody doing?
We ready?
Well, we haven't done the intro yet, so this is just YouTube.
Doing great, Dave. I'm doing fucking great.
All right, good. No, you look like the Crypt Keeper because you got shit
'Cause
internet.
I feel like the Crypt. Yeah, I do.
I know, dude. I'm logged in here, and this shit looks fantastic.
It does.
Yeah, it looks so good. For anybody out there, the one watching this thing, which is probably me, but if anybody else is going to hop on this thing, that's a real life picture of Jason.
That was taken earlier today.
That's before he cut his hair.
Yeah. It's fucking.
Yeah, that was
so
before
funny.
my receding hairline.
All right, so
Oh my god.
we ready to jump
Which one are we
in?
doing first? Disco?
Yeah, disco. I already.
All
I
right.
see. I got it. Well,
Let's do it then.
I forget you can't see the screen, but I do have it up there. It says Star Trek Discovery.
If you say so.
No, he really does, Fossil.
Okay.
Look, this whole realm of YouTube and all the webcam and shit. This is Dalaran right now, the human fossil.
It doesn't see shit.
He's currently sitting under Dalaran on the map right now, and he's holding the space bar until he finds it, until he hits it.
Because he thinks that's how the game works.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was foggy. Everywhere.
So fucking stupid.
Oh my god!
I had good internet too back then. I just had shit computer.
You can't.
Not my fault.
You can't get both. You can't just pull both together.
Not really.
All right. Well,
Oh my
Josh,
God.
whenever you're fucking ready, dude.
Boondocks. All right.
It's no pressure. We only got three. We only got 3 viewers. It's not a big deal.
It's even worse now that I can see your dumb fucking face.
I know, right? Because I'm just gonna be laughing.
I know.
I want to know why it is that I dressed up for this occasion.
Dude, look, you got you're candlelit and shit.
Yeah.
I know. I came to party.
Yes, Star Trek won the coin toss. I presume that means you'll be back later.
All right, come on, let's do this. Pull.
Asking to know so I can mute.
Fuck you, Adrian.
We're gonna mute your fucking guitar intro.
But welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
Feel free to throw in some questions that you might have for Mando that you might want us to discuss later, so we'll go over them. All right, Josh. Whenever you're ready, no pressure. Hurry up.
Hello and welcome to.
Okay, let me not put my hand over my mouth.
That doesn't help, dude.
All right. I'm just gonna be. I'm just gonna be stoic. This is we're new to YouTube. We're not professional.
This shit lagged out for a minute here. All right, we're back.
I hear you.
Oh no.
we hear you.
I hear you.
Okay, it's laggy over here.
All right, I hear you just fine.
All right.
Here we
I'll
go.
mute myself.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Hello, and welcome to Three Guys and a Mic presents Star Trek Discovery, Season 3, presented by CBS All Access. I'm your co-host, The Human Dart.
Along with Jason Tsunami.
And David Disaster.
Bro, you left me hanging.
I know, you didn't do the along with.
See, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got to keep you guys guessing, man.
Man, whatever.
How's everybody
you know
doing?
what's not guessing? Is that we had a good episode this week. Star Trek Discovery.
We did, absolutely. You know what's not good?
Another good episode. What?
COVID.
Thank God that we don't have this in Star Trek.
Yes.
I know. We've only been dealing with COVID since March, and we're just now coming to the idea that it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good at all. But you know what?
You know what else is not good?
What?
Being able to hear Jason this week, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You do sound good though, Fossil.
I mean, if you want, I'll just get on my phone.
No,
all the feedback I got last week was that this podcast was the best it ever sounded because you got less Jason involved.
Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense to me.
But yeah, man, great. I would say very, very, very good episode of Discovery. I liked it a lot.
I feel like this was just like some filler. I feel like this is like an in-between episode.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but you gave a little bit of credence to Book, gave it a little bit of background of Book, so it kind of filled in his character a little bit. Burnham kind of took a back seat for a lot of this episode, which, I mean, I was all for.
Yep.
And, I mean, overall, you had a great, like spaceship fight. You had some characters finally get their shit together. I mean, it was good.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's solid. It can be filler if it wants to, but this was good stuff.
All right. Well, Fossil, hit us with that recap, man.
All right, man. Well, this week's, it starts off addressing the ongoing storyline. What the hell is wrong with Giorgio, and quickly kind of transitioning to Book approaching Burnham that he has a family emergency, that he needs help. Apparently, there's a situation with what they call sea locust. They're running out of control inland. And his home planet, friends and family, are likely to starve. It's a bad situation. Essentially, the planet is being strong armed by Osira. Is that how the name was said?
Yeah, you got that one right.
Okay, who is the aunt of YOLO from the prior episode, Scavenger?
YOLO? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if he only lives once, bro, it's over because he's fucking dead.
He is so dead. I mean, the issue here is that with the absence of the Federation, this syndicate is supplying the planet with, I guess, a pesticide of some sort to keep the locust at bay. And since the Federation is not there, he's using this to get what they want from the planet. So it's an exchange. Like, we will give you this. In exchange, you will do basically whatever we say.
Yeah.
So Burnham and Saru spin this as a chance for a goodwill mission, to Book's home planet of Qui-Gon. Did I say that right? Okay, shit, super too.
Dude.
And hey,
look,
Burnham gets to meet the family in the process. I mean, so they spin this yarn to the Admiral. He's like, okay, let's do this. But like at the first sign of trouble, you guys need to get the fuck out of it. And this turns pretty bad quick. As soon as Book and Burnham get to this planet side, they're pretty much rounded up by his brothers and his goons and brought before, Kahim, is his brother's name.
I feel like goons might be a little rough.
Okay.
Maybe compatriots.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know if they really had any speaking lines.
But goons, Fossil.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit. I mean, well,
that's a little much, dude.
I will say this. I don't know if there was anyone else living in that village because we only saw these people in that one little room of their house.
I just figured like they're his bodyguards or whatever. So I don't know. Let's see. So now when they get they kind of get, I don't know, arrested if you want to call it, but taken into custody, and they go into his crash pad or his bachelor pad or his house. I don't know where this fucking took place, but I guess it was at his brother's house.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. So the deal is that things get even worse right after this because Yolo's aunt shows up, and we find out the only reason that Book was requested to come to begin with was hopefully have him bring the ex-prisoner Ren, who we know from the escape episode was I don't know the name of his race. Josh, what was it?
Andorian motherfucker.
Okay. All right, the Andorian, the blue guy with the antennas that cut off.
Yeah, we're super.
Like, I mean, I get lost on that. So, what happens is that
Jason.
What?
Let me ask you a question.
What?
The guy who kept coming back to life in Game of Thrones, that could light his sword on fire. What's his name?
No idea.
Oh, horse shit.
I'm being serious.
It's Beric fucking Dondarrion. How can you not know anything about any of the shit that we watch?
Because I'm terrible with names.
All right, dude. So who killed Daenerys Targaryen? Oh wait, do you even know who Daenerys Targaryen is?
Yes, the Dragon Queen, Breaker of Chains.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Keep going. Keep going.
Anyway. Okay. So anyway, basically, get the prisoner Ren because he has a secret of the Emerald Chain that Osiris does not want public.
That's a little. That secret's a little disappointing.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
As tensions mount, a plan is hatched. Once Osiris starts shelling the planet, in a strong arm move to get Book and Ren or both, from Book together. The plan, Detmer finally gets her mojo back, and with the help of Ren as her navigator, co-pilot, wingman, whatever he was, she does some serious work on Osiris' ship.
He was taking care of the cat.
Yeah. Well, he knew where all the weak points were.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knew to get down in the little tunnel and shoot the torpedoes into the little circle.
That sounded familiar.
That sounded like an X-rated movie.
No, that sounded like the Death Star run, Jason. But
okay.
You don't.
All right.
Pay attention to anything.
Anyway, so
Jason,
we get.
Do you know what the Death Star is?
Oh my God.
It's from
some movie.
Battlestar Galactica.
Fuck
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get some serious work on this ship, disabling it to the point of retreat, but not without the warning to Saru that she's going to release the fucking Kraken, and there will be hell to pay. And then she splits. Burnham helps foster the idea of using the Discovery to amplify the empathic signal of Book and his brother to hopefully get these sea locusts to go back to the ocean or wherever they were from. I assume they were from the ocean. Now, was that
Burnham's idea, or was that? Yeah. Was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah. They go to team up, and she brings up the idea that we could use some kind of technology that's on the Discovery to amplify their signal. Anyway, so in our side story of Giorgio, we find out that basically the bitch is dying.
Yeah.
And there's multiple heated exchanges that take place throughout the episode between her and Hugh. Hugh is like a low-key MVP because he's not taking any of Giorgio's shit this episode. Now, she finally relents to talk privately towards the end after she, I think she realizes that she's going to die. She tells him, look, I'm dying. And he's like, listen, can we talk about this privately someplace? And then that's the last we hear of it. So I assume this is going to be a big story going forward. Now, we end the episode with Adira's algorithm breaking the burn code location. This is something that the SB19, the black box information, all this had been put into a computer. Adira had set up an algorithm to kind of put together all the pieces so that we could find a center point.
Oh, now, that's interesting. One of us brought that up. I'm not going to say who, but it was me.
Okay. Now, a decrypted code is basically what they find coming from a nebula
where there is
a Federation distress beacon within. And that's pretty much kind of what we end the episode on, is like we have a destination.
Yep. And that bleeds right into, well, you want to go initial reaction first?
Yeah, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So, yeah, I mean, overall, I would say, I get lately I've been kind of throwing out ratings, so I'll just keep that going. I'd give this episode like a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10. Like it was a solid episode. Not like Josh alluded to earlier, not a lot happened as far as the main storyline stuff, but we are getting little nuggets of, we do have a destination that we're going to go to next week, presumably. And, I'm excited to see where that goes. We inevitably got some backstory on Book and what his, everything that his origin kind of, or like why he is doing what he's doing. And we also got his interest in kind of potentially joining Starfleet. Yep. It seemed like that was kind of what he wanted to do. So
he's got to be freelance, right? Like he's not getting a uniform and bypassing the academy.
I think he's totally going to start as an ensign.
I think he's going to. I think he'll start as a field commission officer of some kind.
I figured he'd be more like freelance.
No, I mean he seems like because they were able to kind of save his home world. He understands. I mean, he sees, and obviously he's been with Burnham for a little over a year now. He has seen all the great things that the Federation can do, and
you see what Burnham can do.
Yeah, but I think important, he does mention it, like he sees what this ship and what everyone is capable of, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing, but he kind of mentioned something along those lines, and I think he recognizes the importance of it.
We'll be seeing Book in that Federation drip next week.
Dang, early prediction.
I think that's a little early.
All right, well, who else has the reaction?
My reaction was solid episode, start to finish. I wasn't like a big fan of the Sea Locust stuff, but we had to get to the planet. We had to get the brothers united. So I mean, I didn't have a problem with the big picture. It was a solid episode, though. I mean, I liked it. There's not a lot to complain about. A few nitpicky things here and there, but I mean, this was, I don't know, for me, this was probably the episode I had the least issues with this season.
Yeah, that's really good.
My question is just like, is the Emerald Chain going to be the big bad in this thing?
I kind of hope
not.
Oh, Jinx said the same shit.
I know shit.
Well,
bitch.
Then why do we go to this planet? What was this episode? I mean, I feel like everybody's super scared of now I'm pulling a Jason here. I can't remember her name.
Getting old, motherfucker.
You talking about She-Hulk?
Yeah. So everybody's scared.
Osira.
So it seems like everybody's like pretty scared. I mean, even the admiral is a little like, maybe we don't want to fuck with him.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is the biggest bad that we've encountered yet. Definitely more so than that David Arquette lookalike motherfucker from the second episode.
Yeah, I do have a wolf prediction at the end.
All right. So hey, well, Josh, to your point, is it too late in the season to like the characters obviously care about the Emerald Chain, and they seem to be a force to be reckoned with. But like as an audience, do you feel like the show has done enough as of right now to make us fear them? Like in the same way that like TNG, you feared like the Romulans or the Klingons or whatever.
Because I mean, this is only the third time that I think we've seen them this year. Because you saw them in the first episode, where Book tries to shake Michael Burnham in that little exchange.
Yeah,
and then the couple episodes ago where
the Running Man,
they're having to break Book out of that fucking that junkyard, and then you get to see in this episode. So, I mean, they've done a job of at least talking them up, but we haven't seen like
anything.
Yeah, I mean, old YOLO over there looks like a fucking moron, and all the ones in the first episode, all they were doing was just getting blasted.
Yeah, I would say that.
And now this other girl just got beat.
Yeah, like I would say to buy one single small ship. I would just say that to what Josh is saying, like to me, they are just like barely a step above the David Arquette guy in the beginning. Like you get the sense that they're, like a syndicate, like a mob, and that they're a little bit bigger deal than some of the other ones. But like at this point, like I just don't like they're not even on my radar as far as what we're going to see going forward as like a legitimate threat. And if they are, I don't think the show's done a very good job of showing us that.
Yeah, unless they come back in the next episode, fucking, swinging that love sausage.
Well, let me go ahead and get out. I only really have one scene that I wanted to point out. It's a little selfish, but it's the scene where they're discovering like the harmonic kind of code, so to speak, and they kind of break that down. And you see Saru. I need help from you guys on this because he reacts differently than they do, and I think the show might have explained it, but I think he hear, like, because his eyes, his pupils start dilating, and then he asks them, can we hear that on a lower frequency, and like what's the lowest? Like, I don't remember correctly if they fully explain like what his reaction there is, and if they don't, do we think that there's something going to happen with that?
No, I just think that he, being as a different species, he just has a different level of maybe a heightened hearing,
or he just
than say the rest of us do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I didn't want to read too much into it, but I did want to point it out. But I do like that scene because that kind of seemingly is going to set the stage for
everything that happens.
Because I mean, we end this episode with a deer, because she ran she was running like basically a trace, or she was running some type of
it was the algorithm day.
The algorithm on it, and it was like 60-70% or whatever after the episode, whenever the episode ended. So we can only assume that the start of next week's episode, or at least very soon into the next week's episode, we're gonna get the results of that, and way
to drag that shit out too. Like, I feel like if we're trying to aim for like 13 to 15 episodes here, like, I'm a little worried that one of the tropes we're using here is we're going to make them wait till next week to see what the algorithm is. Like, why couldn't that be a 10-second, hey, a deer made this algorithm, boop, we're ready to rock?
Well, I mean, they could have just made it be the next day. You know what I mean? Like, they could just fast forward within the episode. No. I completely agree with you. I mean, I can understand wanting to have cliffhangers and stuff like that, and I appreciate that, but
I mean, to me, that wasn't some kind of like huge cliffhanger.
I think
except for the part where there was a Federation distress beacon signal underlying it.
Well, I think Jason, I apologize, but the algorithm, when it's done, is that going to determine the exact location, or what is that determining?
Well, I mean, the when you want to say exact location, you got to take into consideration that the exact location is like a galaxy large.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
they have it narrowed down to a nebula.
Yeah.
I don't know how big that is, or when they arrive at this location that they can then, tighten the net.
Yeah. Well, I mean, going back to that scene, I do like that whole scene because it does kind of tie in, like, oh, this is the sound that I heard. This is what the music that she was playing. That she not only did she not learn it, but I forget what's the name of her boyfriend?
Gray.
Gray.
Wow.
Yes.
How come I know all of this shit? You guys know anything whatsoever?
There we go, Fossil. Way to be, man.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. So,
way to unroll that old decrepit dick of yours, bro.
Wow.
Yep.
Now, that's what they heard. So, like I said, I thought that was really the only scene that I personally wanted to point out. A lot of the other stuff was more just character stuff. But I mean, I think an honorable mention would be the Giorgio stuff, because obviously I think that's gonna have a lot of weight to it.
I can't wait to see. Like, I'm actually very invested in what the hell is going on with Giorgio.
Yeah, I know Josh is invested because he wants Giorgio to be gone. So, is there any other scenes that you guys wanted to point out?
Man, the only other one I'd throw in there is just the scene with the space battle.
Oh yeah. When she's flying that ship through, I mean, she is just fucking that cruiser up, or whatever the hell Osiris came in.
And
on.
then she switches into manual mode with the fucking with the little gimmicks.
Joysticks.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I thought she was playing like the Nintendo Switch or Wii or whatever.
I thought that was a little bit silly personally, but it's not an issue or anything.
I'm just glad that Detmer has her mojo back.
I agree. I thought that's good.
I thought that was a really good scene. Just seeing her kind of rise to the occasion.
Yeah,
correct.
She went full manual,
and go into manual mode and fucking fly, dude. I mean, as cheesy as you may think that is, I mean, it showed that she's fucking, she's got her big fat nuts back.
Yeah,
yeah. No, I mean, look, and Book's ship. I don't know if we've talked about it enough, but that ship is fucking legit. I mean,
look, I would say like Millennium Falcon, Book ship, right up here, right above it.
Josh, we just lost your video.
Yeah,
not really.
Oh yeah,
not really. But it can happen, motherfucker.
Blasphemy.
I mean, look, I don't know where I would put his ship in the pantheon of other Star Trek vessels, but man, I mean, has there really been like a light class like vessel that's been featured in Star Trek? Well, no, because traditionally all the vessels are very rigid. I mean, like all the Klingon ones, the Warbirds, right? I mean, the Borg cube. It's like everything. Even the Federation vessels are always very rigid. I mean, the first time you really get to see, I thought, like some really cool technology was in the Star Trek: The Kelvin trilogy, where Spock's ship in the first one. Like, that's the first one where you see something that it felt like it operates on a different axis, than everything else does.
Now, I will say, as much as it pains me to say this, Josh, I think the comparison to the Millennium Falcon is probably, it's probably the best comparison you could make. I mean, in terms of how the ship maneuvers,
you just don't see a lot of ships like this.
I do,
as far as a smaller variety, extremely maneuverable.
Yeah,
and can be deadly.
I do wish the ship had a little bit more character inside the ship. It just feels like it's just a room.
It's kind of the opposite of the dude's ship from Picard.
Yes. That ship like had a lot of character. So that's the only thing that's really missing. But I mean, it's other than that. I mean, the ship is really cool. Any oh shit or what the fuck moments that anybody want to bring up?
I mean, definitely an oh shit moment was just again the space battle. Not to fucking beat that to death, but I thought that was one of the moments where I actually sat up in my chair. And I was like, oh shit, man, this is awesome watching them go back and forth.
Yeah.
I guess go ahead.
The only other thing I had was just the reveal that Giorgio is dying.
Mm-hmm.
I think that qualifies for sure.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a no shit moment.
And
I mean, they covered her in like medical fucking goo.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know what that whole thing was about. I mean, it's like
she was freak spazzing out.
Dude, she was.
I do have a prediction. Well, I have theory on it.
Well,
I will say that. Yeah, I will say that. Like for me, the oh shit moment is when they get to the bottom of the signal, and you find out that there's a Federation distress call line underneath it.
That's definitely an oh shit moment.
Deal. Yeah.
That's rock solid. It makes sense to bring it up here, even though it's more of a prediction. How old, roughly, do we think that ship is that's putting out that distress signal?
Well, if we're assuming that this song, has been going along with this particular distress signal for an extended amount of time, and we knew that Gray played this song because somebody else in the chain of that symbiote's life knew it, then we got to assume this shit has been out there for quite a while.
Well, it has to be out there since the burn.
Yeah, so like 200 plus years?
150 to 200 years.
Yeah. So, are we going to know the name of this ship? Are they going to pull some known vessel?
It's gonna be a Borg ship.
God, dude,
fucking Borg.
Dude, I hope not.
Oh, dude,
fuck the Borg, man.
If it's like a Picard Borg, and he's in some kind of Borg ship, listening to his classical music.
Oh no, let's stop before Josh loses it.
The only other oh shit moment I have, and I can actually just parlay this into my favorite character for the week. It's my man Saru. He's back. Saru is back on top. Okay?
Is
he? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Look, he took charge this week. He fucking went and told the Admiral what time it was. And the oh shit moment I had was the realization that he needs a line. He needs his own gimmick.
Execute.
Yeah.
I thought execute worked for me personally.
Look, I don't think we found the right one yet.
No.
But
I think you could string this along for a couple episodes.
I absolutely fucking love this shit that they're doing right now with that. Because what was the first one he did?
It was execute, wasn't it?
Yeah,
no, execute was the second one. He tried. Shit. I think he tried like a punch it or something like that. But that
was a few episodes ago.
No. He had 2 or 3 that he did in this one.
Yeah,
I thought his first one was execute in this episode.
Nah, because execute was the last one he did, where everybody in the crew was like, maybe.
Anyway,
but he did one like a punch it one or something like that. That's kind of Captain Pike's thing.
I don't know, but it was comedy.
Yeah, it was gold, and I like where it's heading. And I think, unlike the Grogu reveal. Excuse me, sorry to talk about Mandalorian here. I think the writers of Star Trek probably they got the real one in the bag right now, and they're gonna wait and pull it out in the fucking like primo goosebumps moment, right? Like
it's
gonna be that moment where they're like their life is on the line, against, the fucking stupid emerald chain, but he's gonna hit him, boom, with this fucking sweet line.
It's gonna be
any predictions?
Yeah, dude, let's hear it. What is Saru gonna say? He's gonna say like
engage.
Nah, it's not gonna be somebody else's.
Hope not.
He's gonna say, "Suck my tendrils."
Yeah,
dude. Oh Jesus! All right,
maybe
that's what he's gonna say when he wants to punch the warp. Okay, suck my tendrils.
He's gonna be like, "Suck it," and that's it.
Yeah.
No, that's terrible. All right, my favorite character is It's a split. It's a split. It's two. I'm giving it to split decision between Detmer and Hugh. Detmer got her, she got her groove back, and she was doing some fucking work on that big ass ship. So I got to give it to her. And Hugh is his character. He is completely taking charge in that ship, man. He is not fucking around. He is making sure that everything behind the scenes is running tip top, and he's not going to let Giorgio walk all over him. Fuck all that shit. No, he's going to make sure she gets help, and that she doesn't try to intervene and he called her out. He said, "Look, the last time you went out and helped, everything almost went to shit. So you just need to calm down. You need to get your shit figured out." So yeah, it's going to be a split decision in my part.
I'm telling you, Hugh, real life Hugh got a pay raise this season.
Yeah, it feels like it.
He's strong.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So my favorite character is going to be Detmer. Like, she's been very soft, fragile, uncertain, hesitant. Well, you name the word, she's been it for most of this season, dealing with, I can only assume like a PTSD situations where she is just, she's unsure of herself.
In this episode, though, she pulled out them big old balls.
Yeah. She put it out on the table.
She's like, blah.
Yep. And she there was a brief pause in one moment, and then she looks over at Ren and she's like, "We got this."
Yeah, it's like, "I'm going to manual," and then she busted out the fucking
joysticks.
The joysticks. It was good.
She was good.
Yeah. I'm gonna come out swinging on my least favorite character, and that's Tilly. It's Tilly.
Dave.
Man, the best number one in the history of number ones, bro.
Dude, she is. How can I put this?
She was
Saru's secretary.
Secretary today.
Yep, 100%. And I do not like this first. I thought that this first glimpse at her being the number one was like important for the audience to see, and for the crew to kind of get a handle on how she operates. And she just felt like a glorified secretary, and her big moment was when
she tells Ren.
Yeah, she tells Ren. No, she goes.
She gives him the Sobel treatment.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh no, you address him like his title deserves. Yeah, his rank deserves." And I was like, okay. I wanted to like it, but then it's just not her. I feel like she's faking it.
It's not that. It's just that I don't think I've ever seen a number one do that. And maybe, and look, my vast knowledge of Star Trek is not extensive. I don't remember ever seeing a number one do what she did in this episode. And I don't know if they did this simply so they could have the setup for the have we come up with a phrase yet? I don't know if that was the reasoning why we had that interaction, so that we could set the foundation for the joke of
I don't think so.
Or execute or whatever.
I don't think so.
But I hope we don't get more of that going forward.
Yeah, I was not a fan with Tilly this episode. She really didn't. I mean, yes, she did assist in in the signal and everything, but like, I don't know. I thought they had it was a missed opportunity.
And wasn't it her plan to get Detmer to fly the ship? Wasn't that her idea?
I believe you're correct.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Which I don't think that's necessarily what you'd want to do in that situation, but that's probably being nitpicky. So
yeah.
Who else?
But,
least favorite character?
You know what? I would like to rename this award or this this section.
Okay.
Okay.
This section going forward will now be the Philippe Georgiou Award. Because she is by far the worst goddamn character on this fucking show.
Dude,
she was just MVP last week.
Just die already.
Damn.
Fucking shuffle that mortal coil and get the fuck out.
Dude, at least she's interesting from a plot standpoint, like from a character standpoint.
Interesting? Listen, Hugh was my second favorite character, and you want to know why? Because he pumped her full of that shit that made her shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, I can't.
Said, I'm gonna need you to count backwards, and she just goes, says something. Glunk.
Yeah,
that was probably the second best moment of the fucking show. Okay.
Oh my god.
Like, look, not to step on predictions, but I did happen to see the trailer for next week's episode.
Okay. Well, let me.
Well, we're fleshing out fucking Giorgio's story about dying here. So, hey, fucking fingers crossed, baby. Next week is the end of my fucking pain, okay?
Okay.
I don't think
Giorgio sucks.
Yeah, my least favorite character for this episode, I'm going to just go from a different angle here because I am curious what the fuck happened. Book. It sure sounds like this motherfucker was set up to be in charge of his home planet, his estate, and he was like, you know what? Nah, peace. And then he just split.
Look, this is soon to be Captain Book. You better show some goddamn respect, bro.
I'm just saying. I mean, like his brother was real quick to point out, like, I mean, I'm glad you were out fucking everybody in the galaxy. Like we're over here fucking dying.
I don't think he said that. I want to be honest.
I'm pretty sure he said that.
I think he said something about the bed tango.
Yeah, bed tango.
Yeah.
Sheet twister.
Stop.
Yeah. What?
Nothing.
I'm pretty sure.
Nothing, dude.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Oh, okay.
So, book's my my least favorite for this week.
All right.
Because I feel like there's more there that meets the eye because the
Transformers.
The interaction that they have, like, I'm curious, like, I don't know, but it sure made it sound like Book was like an extremely important person on this planet.
Well, the planet only has like 10 people, so everyone's really important.
Well, I mean, they got to be more than 10 people because they have a harvest, Dave.
Well, there's only 10 people, and then there's the goon squad to go along with those people.
True story. There's a lot of goons.
Yeah.
Look, let's just get into issues because there are some.
I have one.
There are some, but I don't actually have a lot.
All right, Josh. Let's let Josh go first on issues because he never goes first on issues.
All right.
Why? What? Look, I'm a professional musician. Okay, I've been paid to play my guitar in front of people.
That is correct. I have also been paid to play my drums.
Hey, we're all professional musicians here. We love music, right?
Correct. We have played in front of people, and those people have paid to see us play.
That's right. That's right. I human for life.
Yes.
Do we need this distress call to be buried in some fucking song? Like, what's the point?
I hope they address it because it doesn't at this point beyond like what we talked about earlier in the season as far as like a harmonic value that would somehow.
Well, they needed to do that because it's got to be some type of music to shatter the dilithium crystals
or crack them.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
okay,
I hope we get
like,
that
look, if that's the
explanation.
end game,
I
I'll
hope-
retract this issue. But
Yeah,
as of right now, you got fucking Jonah Heidelberg over here on the goddamn Discovery solving this riddle with this music to go along with the one from fucking the Hunters. Can we stop watching shows where we gotta fucking break these riddles hidden within songs?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Like look, we did make it into the third season before they did that.
That's fair.
So, I mean,
Also, Josh, I love your reference to Jonah, but nobody watched Hunter, so no one will get that reference.
It's a deep cut.
It's a super deep cut. My issue and as soon as it happened, I kind of had a problem with it, like almost immediately. Or my question. So my issue is the fucking locusts. Okay, right. So
Who cares?
Look, okay. Ultimately, I agree with you, Josh. In the grand scheme of things, it makes no fucking difference. But I feel that I need to ask the question anyway. In however long this planet has had this problem, did they ever not think, you know what? We need to get a fucking amplifier and get a microphone and then we can just get all these locusts out to sea, and we don't need to pay Gamora to come help us out.
well, if there was more than 10 people on this planet, they could all just get together, hold hands, and touch foreheads. And
This isn't Coneheads, motherfucker. I didn't see Dan Aykroyd in this bitch.
They needed the fucking big brain of Michael Burnham.
Yeah. I mean, and the good thing is like, she was subtle, and she didn't hog the spotlight when she did it, so it worked out.
No, look. It was a cool scene, like visually, it was cool to watch, and you know, it was heartwarming. It brought the brothers back together. I mean, it saved the planet. I'm not shit talking it really, but right when it happened, I'm like, I just didn't think the solution was clever enough that it wouldn't have been thought of at some point. That's it. I'll leave it alone.
Well, we've had that a couple of times.
I'll leave it alone. I didn't really have any other issues with this episode. I mean, the episode was pretty straightforward, so.
Well, now, okay, so
I thought the visual of the of those was pretty cool though.
I did too. I liked it.
Yeah. Okay, so getting out of issues and into more of a prediction, but it's also going to be an issue, is the fact that this is the second episode in a row in which we are breaking a direct order from the head of Federation. Like, I don't know how Saru is going to backwalk what transpired with Osiris.
Well, he won't need to do that for very long anyway, because
he already walked through it.
No. Not with.
It was a pilot on there that went rogue who was going to be severely punished. Wink.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Whatever excuse is, it doesn't matter, because Saru's not going to be alive long enough for that to be an issue for him.
Oh, God. Okay, so
what the fuck are you saying, Dave?
You know exactly what I'm saying.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
All right, well, let's just get into it. Dave, what do you got?
I think they're right now. There's not been a big bad. There's been no big sacrifice. There's nothing. The stakes right now aren't really that high.
Never been lower in this series.
So I think that's all about to change. Okay, soon.
Tilly's gonna die.
No, I don't. I don't think so.
She's dead.
It could look that is definitely on the table. But I think Saru's going to have to make a really tough decision as captain. His first really tough decision, and he's going to have to re-put his faith into Michael Burnham, and I think it's going to cost him his life.
So you think he's going to be the character that dies this season?
I do.
Mm.
To save everyone else, he's going to be the new Michael Burnham, and then either Book or Michael Burnham will be the new captain of the Discovery at the end of this season.
Oh, Captain Book!
I don't think it's Book though, but it's going to be Burnham for sure.
Interesting. All right. So I have a little bit of a theory here. I wanted to run it by you because
Do it.
Here we go. Dave, I don't even think I've talked to you about this one.
Okay, go ahead.
What if at some point in the future, before the burn, the Federation became more tyrannical?
Okay.
And there continues to be an underlying theme for most of the people or aliens or species or whoever we run into in this present of how bad the Federation was.
Okay.
Even in this episode, Osiris says, and I'm going to quote, the Federation can't even hold itself accountable for the mess it's made or the blood on its hands. Now, that could easily be stated as, blaming the Federation for the burn.
Yeah,
I get that.
That could be. Okay. I'm following
and
you.
Now we have a Federation ship in a nebula from where the center of the burn started.
Yep. And hey, Picard provided at least some moderate precedent for the Federation being corruptible. Spoilers for Picard, but you had a Romulan who infiltrated the hierarchy of the Federation and, obviously caused some issues there. So,
that timeline is not recognized by real Star Trek.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Fossil.
Just saying.
The Federation is infallible. Okay.
Okay.
They don't do anything wrong. So
we are
next theory.
700 or 800 years in the future.
We're 900 years in the future. Next theory.
No, I'm talking about like when that would have happened, at this time frame.
We could be 9 million years in the future. The Federation is all that is good.
You're so dumb.
Also, I think that we are in a situation as far as Giorgio. I think what is killing her is the fact that she's from a alternate dimension, and something that we missed in the first episode where she was being interrogated, or was the second episode? I don't remember. When she was being interrogated by the guy that was your MVP, Josh.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe something was said in there that we didn't catch at the time that might be the reasoning why she's like spazzing out.
Yeah.
God, just die. Just go.
We'll see.
I don't know. Like I said, I watched the trailer for the next episode, and it looks very Giorgio-centric, so
you're going to hate it.
Imagine my excitement.
Yeah. But, Josh, you have any predictions?
Giorgio's going to die.
All right. Well.
And I'm going to celebrate.
That's stupid. But
other than that, man, I dude, like the next episode, there's got to be something. Like there's got to be like the answer to the burn. This next episode has to pivot to what is the rest of this season going to be.
Is next episode 8 or 9?
9.
Dude, yeah, we're 9 episodes deep, and I feel like we know barely anything more than we did after the second episode.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we're going to 14 or 15 episodes, maybe, right?
So we're past the halfway mark, and we're still sitting here with our dicks in our hand. We got no question. We got no answers to anything.
Yeah. So
I think we're if it's true to the first two seasons had, I think, 14 episodes.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's time to shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, we're 5 episodes, theoretically 5 episodes left. Like, we got to fucking go here. So
yeah, I think we are.
There's going to be something in this episode that's going to be a pretty big oh shit moment, I think. Is that
Giorgio death?
God, whatever. I mean, can it be the introduction of the big bad? Can it be the fucking just finally the goddamn answer to the burn? Whatever. Like, give me something that's going to keep me salivating for that next episode.
Josh, what would you do if they get to the nebula, they do zoom in on the ship, and it's like an old version of the Enterprise.
Shit.
I don't.
I mean, look, I don't know if that's something that would just resonate with Star Trek or fans, or just be like, why did we have to go here?
It depends on what's the story to go with it. I mean, look, I would not roll my eyes at it initially. I would probably have Dave's reaction initially, because Disco has done nothing to make us think that they're going to write this poorly, right? Like the Enterprise showing up last season, Captain Pike and Spock and all that stuff. Like, I feel like all that stuff was written well. I feel like there was reasonable reasons to think why they're there, and I enjoyed it. So if it was the Enterprise, I would have to at least trust the fact that the people writing this show have done a good job thus far and have a good reason for it to be there. But just hearing that now makes me a little bit leery.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think, look, if you're gonna call back to something else, I don't think you call back to the biggest ship of all time.
And I feel like they already spent that last season. To your point, Josh, like we already did the callback season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty much all of last season was the callback season.
I feel like if you're going to call back to any other ship, I mean, we saw the newest version of the Voyager, right? And the first time we saw Starfleet. So, I mean, maybe you go back and you find an older version of Voyager out there. I mean, why does that make sense? I don't know. But since we already saw the newer version of it, maybe that's the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about Star Trek to know like if there's any important ships from any important shows that are just missing, just MIA.
Oh,
you may have to do a deep dive research on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's some out there.
I say this because look, at this point, we know it's a Federation signal within this nebula coming from what would supposedly be a ship. And I don't think we're just going to roll up and be like, oh, look, it's some unknown ship that we've never heard of. Let me pull up the database. This was this. It feels like this has to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, is there somebody still alive on this ship, do we think?
I don't know. I mean, unless they're reproducing with each other and keeping it alive that way. I mean, if we just go by the timeline, they've been in this ship for 150 years.
Maybe it's somebody more positronic.
I don't get that.
Man, Commander Data, my man Data coming back.
Oh God, dude! If you're gonna predict that, might as well just predict that it's the Discovery, and this nebula is some other shit. This is you might as well just reintroduce time travel and say, yeah, this is
some stuff.
This is the Discovery. The Discovery's in there, and this is the timeline where the Discovery failed, and
is this the Terran Discovery?
Yeah.
So you got Terran, Michael Burnham over there, and
they're all dead. They're all dead.
Well, that's what that guy said. But maybe he doesn't know that this nebula fucking shit is housing the old Terran Discovery.
I think we should just go ahead and stop while we're ahead, because this is gonna devolve into just fucking like throwing shit at a wall.
And then Al Pacino comes in and he's like, "Yo, I'm the wolf."
And he's like, never mind. Oh shit.
All right, but hey, we're looking forward to another solid episode from Discovery, and I think we've finished another podcast.
Absolutely.
So
about time.
Looking forward to the Mandalorian podcast coming out here soon as well. So
yeah,
like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what we find in this nebula. If it's a ship or if it's like some kind of fake out or whatever it is.
You won't find out next week. You have to wait till the following week.
Yeah. Well,
I think we're on a beeline straight to the nebula right now.
We'll see. All right, guys. We'll have a good one. Take it easy.
Later.
Execute.
All right. YouTube family.
I know still on YouTube here, but I gotta go take a piss.
All right, well, enjoy that.
Christ. I need something to drink. But can I eat Chex Mix?
No, don't.
Like it'd be like Dave on our World of Warcraft nights. Hey guys.
Oh God, stop that. Hey, so anybody who's watching the stream with us here, thank you for that. And if you have any suggestions or questions or anything, we're about to start the Mandalorian podcast. Feel free to throw your questions in the chat, and we will try to get to them. I'm sure we will get to them during the podcast. Probably start here in another couple of minutes.
If we're lucky. Dude, Chex Mix is so good.
Is it?
It is. You ever had, what do they call these? Muddy Buddies?
Yes, of course.
Chex Mix. It's like Chex Mix with melted chocolate and powdered sugar all over it.
Yeah.
God dang. I think I'm going to gain at least 15 pounds over the next 3 weeks.
Oh, well, that's good. You'll be fat.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. So,
dude, it's going to be Data.
Oh yeah.
In the nebula.
Oh,
Yep.
of course.
And it's not going to be data. It's going to be his like floppy disk data.
It's going to be a cloud.
It is a nebula.
Yeah, it's just clouds, dude. It's just,
Yeah.
It's
like Data's
when they
not
go in
dead.
there. When they go in there, they're just going to find a communicator, like a little badge, and it's going to be Data's badge, and he is the nebula because they uploaded him to the cloud.
After 900 years, he's evolved.
Yeah, dude.
He didn't really die in Picard. Spoiler alert.
No.
They just uploaded him to this cloud.
Now we get to talk about a good show. I'm happy.
Shit.
Yeah, man. It's exciting stuff. As far as
What the fuck are you talking about, Dave?
Mandalorian, it's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it was okay. This episode kind of sucked.
Did it really?
Fuck no, Dave. It was the greatest episode of television I've seen all year.
Don't spoil it.
Okay, maybe not. Like, The Boys is pretty good.
Yeah. I would say, though, The Boys is probably... Man, I want to say The Boys has been better. But, when we finally review 16 shows, we need to have a fucking bracket of all the shows we reviewed. I think that would actually be a good episode.
Okay, I get you.
Once
what we got, like 5 right now?
we're up to like 6. 5 or
We had
6.
The Witcher.
We have
The Witcher.
The Witcher,
Hunters.
Mando,
Star Trek. Mando.
Star Trek Picard.
Card. The Boys.
So we have 5?
6.
6?
6.
Okay. So once it's going to be a while, but once we hit 16,
Yeah.
we need to do that bracket, and so we can go ahead and crown Mandalorian the winner.
Yep. I don't know, man. Right now, Mandalorian and The Boys is pretty. It's up there. They're both right there at the tippy top. I don't know if they're my dark horse any other show, but The Boys and Mandalorian are pretty fucking on point.
Yep.
And look, I'm not afraid to say it. Look, the first 2 episodes for Mandalorian this season just didn't do it for me.
Nah,
But these last 4 have been rock solid.
I mean, like I said before, these last 4 are combined some of the best Star Wars. I feel like every week I have said, and I'd have to go back and check, but every week I've said, this is like the best episode of The Mandalorian that I've seen. Or like, this is the best episode of the season. and then another episode. This is the best episode of the season. I mean, and then this latest one has been like the best episode of The Mandalorian ever,
bar none,
probably of all time. I think has to be.
I'm gonna pretty much steal all the oh shit moments right off the, when I do the recap. So
I mean, dude, my favorite scene is like it's not even. I don't even have all of it. I don't know. Like,
yeah, well, my favorite scene started like, I don't know, like right at the beginning of this episode, and then it ended like right at the end of the episode. It was about a 32-minute scene.
oh, looks like we lost Josh. Yeah, we lost Josh.
Oh, he went AFK too long. Josh.
Yep.
Dave, you guys get your tree up yet?
Oh, dude, we've had all of our stuff up for quite some time.
I mean, do you at least wait until after Thanksgiving?
No, we had our stuff up. I think we had our stuff up prior to that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Dave, what the fuck is going on at your household?
I mean, dude,
You don't put the tree up until at least the earliest, the day after Thanksgiving.
Well, I don't care. I just also realized something that I should have realized well before, and that is that Yark is Craig backwards. I don't know why that I just am now figuring that out, but
Dude, I was trying to figure that out. I was like, what who came up with this stupid ass name? Like, they did this, like, is that what, like, the runner up for Grogu?
Hey, Josh, you're back.
Hey,
Your camera's off though. You need to go and turn that back on.
what's up with that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
He disconnected from the general chat.
there you are. Back.
I had to go. I'm sorry, it took me a little bit. I had to go get me a new coffee.
And a new cup.
Yep.
That's how you roll.
Oh, yeah.
You roll big time,
Jack
dude.
Skellington, huh?
Yep.
Are we ready to do this or what?
Yeah, we are.
Let's rock and roll, Billy Joel.
Do this.
This is the worst episode of Mando of all time.
Except it's not.
I said it was meh.
It was meh.
Like a 5 out of 10.
Man, when I called Josh and asked him his opinion, he trolled me so hard. I was trying to hold back, wanting to be upset. And then Josh was like, "Dave, calm the fuck down, dude. This episode is so fucking good, dude. It's the best episode of Mandalorian ever." It's like
Dude, 5 out of 10. My cock was 5 inches hard 5 minutes into this episode, bro.
All right, let's get going.
I was like this.
Jesus. All right.
All right, Dave, it's all on you. No pressure.
Nah, no pressure.
I'll leave you mute myself.
Oh, good.
Go, Dave.
Jesus Christ. And then Josh is over here looking stupid. Hello, and welcome to Three Guys and a Mic presents The Mandalorian, Season 2 on Disney+. I'm your co-host, David Disaster, alongside...
Jason Tsunami.
Also alongside the Human Dart.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
Oh, man, you got another first try, Dave.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I had to close my eyes because I couldn't look at Josh.
Hey, did anybody tell that 2 calzone eating motherfucker that we're going on to Mando here?
I'll let him know.
All right.
2 calzone eating motherfucker.
Fucking mayonnaise on my meatball sandwich.
Jesus.
God damn, what a fucking piece of shit he is. Hey, you know it wasn't a piece of shit though this week? Fucking Mandalorian.
Dude, it's so good.
Look, I self-admittedly I'm not a Star Wars guy. But in watching this episode, the thought I had, and this hurts me to say it, but this series has moved ahead of Discovery.
This season.
Yeah. I mean, dude, with this episode and the strength of the last couple episodes, for sure. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, this was an epic episode of Mandalorian.
Yes.
Brother, this was a fucking, like, tip-top, like, the best steak you've ever had fucking episode of The Mandalorian. Not well done, Dave. Not well done.
Not even medium well.
Then it wasn't the best, if that case. With that comparison.
Dave.
It could have been a filet mignon burger. That's how I felt about it.
Dave, your camera's not working.
Fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
Excuse me. Could you make a burger?
Why do you? Yeah.
I guess we could ground this steak up. You know, that dude went in the back. That dude went in the back is like, let me tell you what this fucking nerd at this table just said.
Dude, look, I was in the mood for a burger. I really wasn't in the mood for steak. But whatever. You know, it's fine.
Excuse me, sir. I don't see a burger on the menu. Could you make me one?
I hate you so much.
I would like a big glass of milk, too.
Initial thoughts on this episode. Dave, go.
I thought it was... I would rather be anywhere but here right now. I thought this was the greatest episode of Mandalorian that has existed, and no joke, I think this is one of the. I want to say that this is probably one of the best things Star Wars has released since Force Awakens, probably.
I want a Star Wars movie directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, right.
Badly, now.
Written by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Yep. And,
oh my god, this is, I mean, absolutely the best thing Star Wars has ever done was this episode right here.
I'm not
100%.
I am not going to lie. I say that this was hands down better than any of the prequels, better than Solo, better than the last two sequels, and right there with Rogue One and Force Awakens.
Bro, you know, the only thing that makes this episode better is a little Jar Jar Binks. Misa Tinks, that makes that way better.
And I'll be like the king of the underwater city and be like, no, I disagree with you, dude. I gotta disagree.
Oh my god,
Jason,
what?
Look, there's not much to recap because it was all action in this episode.
But hit us with it so we can start talking about how amazing this is.
All right. Called The Tragedy. Now, holy fuck balls. Okay, so we pick up at Tython, basically. On approach, Mando and Baby Giblet, and conveniently, right as they get there, they already see the Seer Stone Temple thing, whatever the fuck they're looking for. Now, we actually fly via jetpack to the stone because there's
Rocketeer.
There's just
yeah. And it's funny. It's like I'm watching him fly around this thing, and I'm like, oh man, that sucks. He's gonna have to climb this shit.
You completely forget about the jetpack.
Yeah, and then he's like, nah, we're going with the windows down. Yeah,
windows down.
And I was just like, oh yeah, fucking jetpack, way to be.
Yep. Now Mando does this awkward parent-child scene when they get to the stone, and he's like, I don't know, how did you turn this thing on? Like somebody with modern technology. I won't mention any names.
Yeah. He asked him, does this look Jedi to you?
Yeah.
What is he gonna be like? Yeah, bro. Totally.
Yeah, this is totally Jedi. He sets Billy on the stone, and then he has like no clue like what to do from this part. And I don't know why this whole interaction just like had me busting up. But then, oh shit! Number one, incoming craft. It's Slave One, dude. When I saw this, dude, I got goosebumps.
Dude, I did.
And I'm not underselling this.
Okay, so wait. Did you guys know? So look, I'm not a Star Wars guy. So did y'all know that's Boba Fett's ship coming in?
Absolutely.
It is iconic.
It's the only ship of its kind that we've ever seen as far as in the Star Wars universe.
Yes. Yeah, so I see it coming in, and I'm like, okay, that's cool looking ship. But yeah, then much later on, I was like, oh.
Yeah, dude, that was big. Now we realize he's short on time after seeing this ship land. So he goes to go get baby Timmy, but Timmy's connected to the Force operator, and like he's making his long distance phone call. He's already hit collect. Somebody's accepted. We don't know what's going on, but he's inside this. You can't see the air. You can't see.
What's wrong with you?
I can see Dave just dying over here.
Hey, motherfucker, don't watch the stream. Just fucking go, dude.
No. But unfortunately, Mando can't get through I'm going to use air quotes here, force field.
Wow. Oh, my God.
I know.
Dude.
Anyways, so he decides to confront whoever came from this incoming ship. We already know who it is. Oh, shit, number 2. It's Boba Fett. He says it's Boba Fett. He confirms who he is. He explains why the armor is his. If there was ever going to be any doubt that somebody could misconstrue something that he said and said, well, he didn't technically. No, like this is hard confirmed. After a few tense moments, cooler heads prevail, and then a troop ship comes in. Stormtroopers come pouring out.
Yep.
We got the trio of Mando, Boba, and Fennec Shan, who's now working off a debt to Boba Fett for saving her life.
And that's the chick from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
Right?
The actress, yes.
Yeah, dude, she was good in that show, too.
All right.
Too bad they're wasting her on this piece of shit.
Yeah. Now, she's not dead. And we just go straight to fucking wreckage shop with these hapless stormtroopers. Thank goodness these were the regular white stormtroopers, because as soon as I saw them come out,
you knew they were all dead.
Oh, man, guys are all dying. Everybody's dead. Oh, shit. Number 3. Watching Boba Fett go to work with this Tusken Raider gaffy stick.
Bro.
Unlike anything I have ever seen before, as far as brutality and realism in a Star Wars universe.
Dude, the pieces of their armor flying off and stuff was so good.
Yeah. That one guy he hits that does the ping pong effect down through against the rocks.
Yeah.
And then there's another one he hits where you see him laying on the ground, like the helmet is just like all fucked up.
And imagine if he'd have had that fucking spear made out of fucking Beskar, yeah.
Yeah. Stormtroopers finally outnumber Fennec and Mando to the point that they're surrounded. And oh shit, number 4. Boba shows up in the suit and proceeds to go to work on these just not prepared stormtroopers. As he's just mauling these dudes, they decided, you know what?
It's time to get the fuck out.
Yeah, we're getting too old for this shit. We're not getting paid this kind of hazard pay. They jump in their ships, go to take off, and then Boba hits one of the ships with his backpack rocket, sending it careening into the other one, taking out both ships.
Yeah, but he didn't hit the one he was aiming for, so not really that impressive.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he just said that to be, cool.
But
just to be modest.
That visual.
That shit was so good. Oh shit, number 5. Mando's Razor Crest gets vaporized.
Dude, that shit is fucking annihilated.
R.I.P. Razor Crest.
Dude, it's never coming back.
I mean, if I had some liquor, we would take a shot for the Razor Crest because there is no bringing this.
There's nothing left.
Yeah, he's not going to Grief Cargo with a couple pieces and say, "Hey,
I need you to
make it look like
I need you to patch this shit up for me, bro."
Yeah.
And he's like,
he's got the little knob shifter and he's got the fucking spear, man. That's about it.
Yeah. About it. Let's see. I think I'm on oh shit number 6.
Dark Troopers.
When we send out the Dark Troopers and they grab Baby Yoda and then immediately head back to the ship. That's another. Now these Dark Troopers are from a video game, Dark Forces, I think it was.
Yeah,
I thought they were from a movie.
I thought they were
called Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, yeah.
Well, these guys
that John Favreau directed and wrote too.
Yeah,
imagine that.
Now
Also the force field looks funny enough like the little portal opener for Avengers. No big deal.
Okay, good call.
Shut up, Fossil. Keep going.
Now, this the as far as a timeline, I don't know exactly where the timeline is as far as for these Dark Troopers, but there was 3 or 4 different versions, and I think these are the 2.0.
Yep.
I don't know if that means anything going forward or not, but just for stating what it was, I believe they're the 2.0 version.
Dude, hit us with oh shit moment number 6 or 7, whatever it is, because I know what it's gonna be.
Well, we end the episode. They get Mando. They get baby yodeling, and he's gone. Like they blast out of there. Boba Fett gives somewhat pursuit, and then he's like, "The Empire is back." Oh shit, number 8. Anyway, so we end this episode learning that Boba Fett and Fennec are going to assist Mando in getting the child back. So Mando is getting the team together, including enlisting, I believe, Cara Dune.
Yep, that's her name.
Who's a Republic Marshal.
Yep.
And they're going to go get Bill Burr.
They're going to go get comedian Bill Burr is coming out of retirement to help.
Out of retirement to help locate Moff's ship.
Yeah. So you gotta think, are they bringing fucking Apollo Creed with them too?
And Rosario Dawson.
Oh, fine ass Rosario Dawson, you mean?
I don't think.
Well, let's save that for predictions. What about the lasso ship moment? Come on.
Hit me with it, Dave.
Well, I mean, you got Grogu doing some motherfucking work on some stormtroopers.
I got a problem with that. I'm gonna bring that up later.
Okay. Oh, I know. When it happened, I was like, where the fuck was this all season? But essentially, in captivity, Grogu is like force choking these bitches.
Dude.
And then he finally wears himself out, and
we get a little dark saber action.
Then he says, you seen one of these? You remember one of these? And he lights up the dark saber. He gives him the great line, like, "Oh, you could poke an eye out with this."
Dude, I thought that I ate that shit up. That shit was good.
And yeah, man, they put the little dude in shackles. I don't even custom made shackles for miniatures, and that's where we ended, man.
Dude, so initial reaction.
This whole episode was an oh shit moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was, dude.
Yeah.
It was.
100%.
I mean, I think we're all in agreement that this was easily the best episode of Mandalorian
ever.
Hands down. And this was better than a lot of Star Wars stuff that's out.
Yep. Go ahead.
No, I mean, this episode could have been 2 hours, and I'd have watched it all, and it would have been one of the best Star Wars movies ever.
I'm not going to lie. When we got down to the last 6 or 7 minutes of the episode, I kept clicking the screen because I watched it on my phone, and I kept clicking the screen to see how much time was left because I was like, God dang it, dude! I don't want this episode to end.
Yep. What were you going to say, Josh?
Well, I was going to say the only other oh shit moment I had was just waiting to see who directed this episode this week, and then seeing it was fucking Robert Rodriguez, and just being like,
yeah,
dude, that makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Dude, the action scenes were so good in this.
God damn, dude. I just this is the shit that I think, sets Star Wars apart from Star Trek right now, is the fact that, I mean, they got that fucking Disney money.
Yeah.
You can go get fucking Robert Rodriguez to direct a 30-minute episode of a Star Wars TV show.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
just wait till next week.
Yeah.
Wait till the season finale of fucking Disco when they get Quentin Tarantino to direct that shit though.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson's gonna show up.
Hey, look, he's a big Star Trek fan.
Oh yeah. So let's stay on topic here. Look, my initial react. Oh, well, we already went through that, but my best scene. I don't even have one really, but let's just go ahead and give it to the when Boba gets his armor. I mean that whole sequence.
Yeah. How about the intro to the show all the way to the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you see the stormtrooper kind of leaned over, protected himself, and the shadow is behind him, and it comes into focus, and you see that it's Boba Fett.
That whole sequence is so well done.
You know, when he saw the ship open, I was like, "What is this?" Like, I was thinking in my head, like he's gonna go get in the ship and fly it around and like shoot the other ships or something like that. Like it didn't dawn on me that he'd be going to get the armor. And then whenever the whole reveal happened, even me, I was just like, "Oh shit, that's awesome."
Yeah, I mean, we got more backstory, character development, and badassery from Boba Fett in this 30-minute episode than every other cinematic version of Boba Fett combined.
I would agree with you.
I mean, Boba Fett was iconic before this episode. This just, to me, shoots him up into the stratosphere.
Dude, and the fact that we're going to get him probably for the next 2 episodes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we ain't seen the last of... I mean, look, this was his showcase episode, so it's probably not going to get better than this, but it's not going to be the last of it.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason, you went through every oh shit moment. I don't think there's any need to recap any of that.
This episode was just chock full of oh shit.
Look,
so what about best characters?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, hands down.
It's a Boba Fett sweep, right? I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, Boba Fett sweep. Least favorite character.
Dude, is there one?
It's the Stormtroopers. They're fucking trash.
Dude, the one Stormtrooper who's like, they got too much firepower. And he's like, get up there, idiot. And then he gets shot right in the chest. Perfect.
Can I sub, instead of a least favorite character, can I sub in just like a what the fuck are you doing?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so my man Mando, right? Fucking, baby Timmy, he's linked up to the fucking Jedi gods, right? He's got the force field up, and Mando goes in there and tries to get in and grab him, and immediately realizes that like this ain't gonna happen.
But do it again.
At what point do you not say, okay, look, I'm wearing this suit of armor that generally regarded as being pretty good, and I think I'm a strong guy. Maybe nobody else is really going to be able to breach this thing, and I should just go handle my business, and I'll come back. Yeah. But instead, he tries it 3 fucking times, and every time
knocked out.
Yeah, he gets fucking blasted back. Like, dude, like, okay, maybe even going back a second at a time, I can see it, but you really got to do that 3 times, Mando?
Like,
really?
It's clear you're not getting through.
Yeah. And then, of course, after he gives up and he starts to run away, the second he steps off that platform, it comes down.
Yeah.
I will say this. There was a brief moment, the second attempt, when he gets his hands actually almost to Grindelwald, and he's about to grab him. Just at that moment, I thought we were going to get like I don't know what I was exactly thinking, but I thought maybe Mando was going to get like sucked in to whatever the fuck was going on here, and that we would have this like out of body experience with whatever Jedi, whatever Baby Yoda was doing. But that ended pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know. Look, not a least favorite character because Mando's certainly not a least favorite character, but just maybe my least favorite like moment of Mando's time in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God he had Boba Fett and Barrick wrecking shop down there.
Yeah. issues? Is that what we're up to?
Yeah, if we have any.
Oh,
Okay,
I do.
Go ahead.
I have two. Okay.
Okay.
Number one. Okay, Grogu is Jedi trained.
Yep.
Okay. He finishes with the force field, and these 4 robot Iron Man come down. Like, can he not at least force push one of them back or something? Can he not
wiped out?
Dude,
Can
yeah,
he not sacrifice one of them?
Dude, he's wiped out. He's tired. He's fucking he's tuckered out, bro.
I will say this. I thought that was the moment that whatever Jedi might be on this planet was going to jump in.
Yep.
And then it didn't happen. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say that I was a little disappointed in that, but yeah, I mean, he was tuckered out.
I mean,
like, force push one of them. I'm not saying take all 4 down.
Well, yeah. I mean, like the episode is called The Tragedy. So, I mean, at that point, I kind of figured, they're going to go ahead and take Grogu at this point.
The tragedy was the crazy rest. I mean,
oh no, Jason, stop.
The crazy rest?
The crazy rester.
What the fuck? All right, my other issue. This fucking armor that Mando wears.
Yeah.
Dude, is there like is it like predisposed to just
it attracts lasers
to attract the fucking laser beams? Because like when they're trying to shoot fucking, old girl and Boba Fett over there, the goddamn blasts are all over the place. All of a sudden Mando's out there and it's like these guys are fucking sharpshooters.
Okay, Josh,
we figured it out.
I got it. Okay, I figured it out. Okay?
Yes, and I agree with Dave's take.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but throughout this entire show, one of the criticisms laid at the feet of Mando by us, okay, has been, man, it always seems like the people he travels with, like, are fucking wrecking shop and they're killing people. All Mando does is get shot and like have to sacrifice his body all the time, right?
Yep.
And we're always like, man, he's obviously not very good comparatively to everyone that he rolls with.
It's one of those, are we sure he's good?
Well, I think it's because we've been thinking, and Josh is going to resonate with you. Okay? I think it's because we've been considering Mando as a DPS character. Okay?
Correct.
He is not. He's not. He is the greatest tank in the Star Wars universe.
Okay.
So that's why he always needs people to roll with. Okay, he knows how to take the damage. He's a protector. Okay, but he's
always getting that aggro.
He's always getting aggro. That's why all the bullets always hit him. Okay.
Yep.
Because he's always taunting. All right, laying down consecration.
Yeah.
But he's always rolling with snipers, like hunters, fucking mages. He's rolling with all those people. Okay, he's rolling with the high end DPS. Okay, so don't think of Mando as this fucking DPS character because it's not who he is. Okay, he's a tank, and he's great at it.
Correct.
That makes all the sense in the world to me.
All
right. Well, I'm glad we cleared that up for you.
Okay, so the only issue I had with this episode is that I hope it's addressed, and with the fact that we are going to have Boba for the next 2 episodes, I hope it's brought up. What the fuck was this guy doing for the last 5 years? Because, like, he could have gotten his armor at any given time.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just he was okay just knowing where it was.
I don't know.
And then in reality, it was doing good for the town. It's not like the dude was abusing it. Like he was actually using it to keep the town safe and everything.
And while I want to agree with that, the fact is that this armor was his father's armor.
Yep.
So I hope we get 2 things. One, I would love to know how the fuck he survived the Starlight Pit. Like it's like the $1 million question.
We know it's a big old. It's a sand dragon.
Oh yeah. Well, I also would like to know, like, why did he wait until now to retrieve his armor?
Well, because they just now made the show called The Mandalorian.
Maybe.
Jason, the show needs to happen, and you're going to need to calm down on this logic.
I need to get all the way off Boba Fett's back.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Hey, predictions. I got one. Boba Fett's going to die.
Oh, dude. I told this to Dave earlier. I said, and then he gets killed, and it's like, dude, you would set like the Star Wars people just on fire. The fanboys would just fucking die.
Look, there's no reason to think at this point that they can't write a suitable death for Boba Fett.
Okay, well, I got one for you in my predictions.
Okay,
if he was going to die, this is how these last 2 episodes unfold.
He's going to die Rufio style, going after Captain Hook, bro. He's going to take a Darksaber right in the tits.
Maybe. So the one thing that really didn't get addressed at any moment during this episode was what exactly was Baby Yoda doing. Like, we knew he was one with the Force, and if you just take what Ahsoka Tano, told him, that you could reach out and try and communicate with somebody through the Force.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he was talking to Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can only assume.
Well, I think he was putting out a generic call. Right.
A broadcast message, maybe.
Yes.
But here's the thing. If it was me, I would assume that Baby Yoda might, in the back of his mind, know who it was that saved him, and maybe sent out a call more specifically to him instead of just like all over. Now, it probably still did go all over.
Well, my only issue with your explanation is that it's already been stated that he's had a memory wipe. At least his memory's cloudy over a period of time. So I don't think he actually knows.
Yeah, I don't think he got he's making that shit up.
No, I don't think so. So I think that memory wipe was on purpose to protect the person who saved him.
And that never took place. Anyway, so the person that is going to answer the call, in my opinion, is the person that saved him.
More than likely.
And
now, with Dave Filoni behind the scenes, it could easily be the person that answers the call that has nothing to do with who saved him. It could be Ezra from Star Wars Rebels.
That would be terrible, because then you'd have to explain how he got loose. I mean, the last time we saw that dude, he was captured.
He was.
Here we go. Man, good thing I got loose because I did this. Bam, explained.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, because he was on the Chimera with Grand Admiral Thrawn. So
yeah, remember Grand Admiral Thrawn, the one that Mando would have no chance against. But yeah, Ezra's going to disappear.
I don't know. Who that is.
Okay, so I think Mace Windu is the one that is going to get the call, and this is how this plays out. Mace Windu shows up, and the reason I say this is because with Boba Fett back, the person who killed Boba Fett's father was Mace Windu.
Yes.
Now, could you imagine the scene where he says, "You killed my father. Prepare to die"?
Oh no.
Man, I just watched Princess Bride again for the millionth time the other day.
Yeah. But
I mean, I don't think that we will have them fight, because I think the mission will be to save this child. But you could have a situation where an honorable Boba Fett says, "Look, I'm not going to kill you now where you stand, but know that I'm going to kill you."
Oh, maybe Mace just kills the rest of the family.
And maybe if they do have this showdown, maybe Mace could, kill him, make it a twofer.
Or maybe Mace dies.
I don't know.
Either way,
that's my big prediction.
I think we are due one more kind of surprise return within these next two episodes.
Dude, I have heard all kinds of names thrown out, including Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, so have I. I've also seen that as well.
Oh God!
I think that would be. I don't. It's not the route I would go.
It's not the route I would go. Bad. it's not the route I would go because, I mean, at the same time, having Jedi Master Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian, I mean, it's hard for me to just say no, that's bad. But I'd rather them explore other things personally.
Yes. I'd rather him keep using side characters.
I agree. Characters that we haven't either seen in a while or seen on live action screen.
I just feel like if you went with the route that I said, you could have a situation where then at least you know that Mace Windu is alive in this universe time frame, and you have already established that Boba Fett is alive at this time frame, and they do have, he has a debt to settle.
Yeah. The only thing I want to get, if we get any of Luke Skywalker whatsoever, is maybe the very, very end after like the very last blip, just a small little like Easter egg thing of like Luke feeling the call that Yoda was making, but not knowing what it was, and it's like, oh, Luke, are you okay? Well, and he's like, no, I just thought I felt something for a second, but no, never mind, it was nothing. And then that's it, like just a small something like that. Just that'd
be so shitty.
Would it?
Thank God I'm not a writer, Dave.
Yeah, you're right. Because then
I don't know, dude. That's like doing a show about Nazis and bringing in Adolf Hitler. It's not necessary. Oh wait.
Well,
we don't need Luke Skywalker.
I'm making the comparison similar to what Rogue One did with Princess Leia at the end of it, right? Where you just had, she basically said like one or two lines, and that's it.
Well, I mean, it was a computer generated.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't have to, and I'm just saying you could do something similar with Luke again, just for the same reason you did it in Rogue One, right? Just for. I
just hope they don't go that route.
I agree.
I would rather, like, for me, Mace Windu in this situation is
perfect.
Deal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because then he lived.
Yeah,
and then you can use him whenever you want, like in a movie. Like if he's still alive, if you do any movie, if they do any more Star Wars movies that have nothing to do with the actual main storyline, Mace Windu could be in it because he's still alive.
Yeah,
be missing an arm.
You could do a fucking bionic Qui-Gon Jinn.
There you go.
I don't think so. I think that's a little bit too late, but I wouldn't mind seeing like a Taken style Qui-Gon Jinn movie.
Like, oh my God, I'm going to find you.
Yeah. Although, in all seriousness, could you imagine a Boba Fett spinoff directed by Robert Rodriguez?
Dude, that shit would be violent as fuck.
Oh, brother. Rated R?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unfortunately that would never happen. But.
No, but we'll see.
The rated R part.
Yeah. PG-13, maybe they would go that far, but probably not.
Fake blood.
Yeah. But does anybody else got any predictions or anything they want to see going forward?
No, I mean, obviously we're coming in the last two episodes, so we know what we're getting here in the next couple episodes. We got the chase. So we're going after Moff Gideon to try and find Grogu.
Yeah.
So
I will say this. With the appearance of this 2.0 version of the Dark Troopers, I think this eliminates, in my opinion, the storyline that Moff Gideon is trying to create force-sensitive troopers.
No, I think Grogu, my only prediction is that we will find out in this season the reason why they're wanting Grogu is to re-spark the fire that will revive the Emperor.
Yeah, the Emperor or the Snoke clone thingy or whatever.
I think Snoke technically would have already existed by this time.
Correct. But we did see tanks full of Snokes.
This is true. But I'm going to stand by the Emperor thing. That's going to be my. Okay. I think this is they're trying to get the juice to bring the Emperor back, so to speak.
Yeah, or at least the vessels that he can that can contain his power.
And based on what we know from Rise of Skywalker, I think based on what we know from Rise of Skywalker, they're going to succeed. But obviously, I don't believe it's going to cost Grogu's life. But I do think that they get enough of his blood to make that happen.
The last episode, like he's gonna use that Darksaber and just cut his head right off, and then turn him upside down and just squeeze him like an orange. Get all that blood.
Yeah, I would hope that's really horrible of you.
That's gonna be the cliffhanger.
Oh, the cliffhanger, right? They just turned Grogu into a fucking toothpaste container. Yeah, here's some goo for you. Like, no, dude, no. Anyway,
the internet would explode.
Dude, no, it's just not gonna happen. So, yeah, but man, excellent episode. I cannot wait for these next two.
These last 2 episodes are being released at the same time. Dude, this is the first time that I wish we could get both episodes at the same time.
Yeah,
why can't they all drop together?
I know, exactly.
Yeah,
this is the one time that I wish it was going to happen.
Dude, I would.
I do feel like I feel like these next 2 episodes are going to be off the charts, and I think the cliffhanger at the end of 7 is going to be like, God damn.
Yeah, we'll see.
We know traditionally in most of these shows, like the real main event show is the one before the finale. So if that holds true, then this next one's going to be brutality.
We'll see, but I think that's another podcast in the books.
That's it.
Out of here. Some of us got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, okay. Me and you? Oh,
yep.
I don't.
Okay, at least 2 or 3 of us. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Not at all. But all right, guys, take it easy.
Later.
Live long and prosper.
All right. Josh, it's funny because I only saw half your hand on YouTube, and so no one knows what you're doing. So
no, so I had to come up in the front.
Yeah. Now we're still live on YouTube. Hey, everybody who watched this, thanks for tuning in. We will see you guys next week.